Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Good afternoon, Eastern Iowa. I'm Storm Track 7 meteorologist Danny Cassidy. Obviously, it's been very dry the past month and a half, and with very warm conditions continuing and very windy conditions at times continuing, we're going to see more burn bans in place across the state of Iowa, and more have picked up since yesterday afternoon. Winneshiek County, Chickasaw County, as well as Howard and Floyd County have been added to the area as of yesterday. Delaware County has been in place since, I believe, last Wednesday. Then more across the state have been added just due to these very warm, dry, and windy conditions. And really just overall across much of the upper Midwest, you can see an elevated fire weather outlook here for today, including those northern and western areas. So basically along and north of Highway 20, but a lot of Minnesota, the Dakotas, and a little bit of Nebraska as well, and then extreme risk out there in Wyoming. So it's been very dry, not only here, of course, but for a lot of the areas west of us. And just overall today, with the conditions very dry, just please avoid burning if you can. And really this will be kind of the theme for, well, really a whole long time, because we're not expecting to see really rain anytime soon, at least the next week or so. You see these little splotches? I don't even think we'll see that. I think we're going to be dry for at least the next 10 days. And you notice nothing across the upper Midwest here, including the state of Iowa. So unfortunately for those looking for rain, it's going to be a little while. We need some massive pattern change where you get a nice influx of moisture. Unfortunately, we're just not going to see that at least anytime soon. So overall for today, high temperatures will be in the mid 70s for the most part. We do have that elevated fire danger because of those strong southwest winds at 10 to 20 with gusts up to 30, and the relative humidity. We talked about this a little bit, kind of the difference between the temperature and the dew point. Dew points are only in the low 30s at best, so it is very dry out there, so fires can start pretty easily. Overall tonight, low temperatures are going to be in the mid to upper 40s, mostly clear skies with a light southwest wind. Then the cold front will move during the day tomorrow in the area, but it's still going to be rather warm, especially for our southern areas. It'll be moving from northwest to southeast throughout the day. So a little bit cooler to the north there in the mid 70s, upper 70s and low 80s along and south of Highway 20. And you see that wind shift out of the northeast right around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Your city by city forecast for Waterloo, Dubuque, Cedar Rapids, and Iowa City. So you notice the temperature change, so warmer on Thursday, back to cooler conditions on Friday, and it's kind of like a yo-yo almost, back and forth, because then after Friday we get an influx of very warm air. Saturday, temperatures in the 80s, then another cold front moves in. We're back down to the upper 60s and low 70s, and then after that, back into the 80s. So with how dry it is, temperatures can easily fluctuate, and with no moisture in the area, it's going to stay pretty dry and stay relatively warm as temperatures, again, bouncing around between the 70s and the 80s.